Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Captain Eric Busho with the Ventura County Sheriff's Office. This morning, we began day 6 of the search operation for Naya Rivera. And as you know, this morning, we recovered a body out of the lake. To provide some detailed information about this entire operation and overview of what's gone on the last 6 days, I'd like to introduce Sheriff Bill Ayub, the Sheriff of Ventura County, and he will discuss this further.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here with us today. As you know, since last Wednesday, we've been here at Lake Piru searching for Naya Rivera, who was reported missing. Each day we've utilized dozens of personnel on watercraft and helicopters with unmanned aerial systems and on shore, conducting a methodical and comprehensive search. Today our search teams have recovered a body in the lake. Based on the location where the body was found, physical characteristics of the body, clothing found on the body, and the physical condition of the body, as well as the absence of any other persons reported missing in the area, we are confident the body we found is that of Naya Rivera. She was found in a northeastern portion of the lake, near the surface of the water. The depth of the water in that area is between 35 and 60 feet deep, and there's heavy brush and trees on the lake bed there. As you can imagine, it has been an extremely difficult time for her family throughout this ordeal. As fathers, mothers, sons, and daughters, our hearts are with them, and we share in their grief for Naya's loss. We've been in direct contact with the family throughout this entire time, and we've kept them updated on the progress of our search efforts throughout. Our hearts also go out to Naya's many friends and fans who have been holding out hope for the best over the past few days. Detectives from our Major Crimes Bureau began working this case from the onset. Their work on this case revealed there was no indication of foul play and no indication this was a suicide. Moving forward, Naya's body is being taken to the Ventura County Medical Examiner's Office in Ventura, where an autopsy will be performed and a positive identification will be made through the examination of dental records. And just to share with you a recap of this incident and our response to it, on July 8th, 2020, last Wednesday, Naya Rivera came to Lake Piru and rented a pontoon boat at the dock. She and her 4-year-old son left the dock at approximately 1 p.m. and headed toward the northern portion of the lake. We identified specific areas they visited that day by looking at the shoreline features in the background of FaceTime videos when she was chatting with family members while out on the lake. We know from speaking with her son that he and Naya swam in the lake together at some point during their journey. It was during that time that her son described being helped into the boat by Naya, who boosted him onto the deck from behind. He told investigators that he looked back and saw her disappear under the surface of the water. Naya's son was later found asleep on the boat, which was adrift in the northern portion of the lake known as the Narrows, when a leasing agent searched for the watercraft which was overdue for return. The young boy was wearing a life vest when he was found, and he was wrapped in a towel. An adult-sized life vest was found on the boat. Several witnesses who were at the lake that day have been identified and interviewed by sheriff's investigators. There were 3 other rental boats on the lake that day. All of the people in each of those boats has been identified and interviewed. They had seen Naya's boat at different times and in several different locations during the window of time she was out on the lake. Those witness statements helped our teams focus their search in the northern and eastern portions of the lake. We received the call at 4:38 p.m. on Wednesday. Rangers at Lake Piru began searching the lake immediately. Our deputies arrived by 5 p.m., followed by one of our helicopters and an unmanned aircraft team, investigators, and a boat crew with divers. By early Thursday morning, we received assistance from several neighboring law enforcement agencies. Naya's family has expressed their gratitude to all those involved in the search efforts, and we would like to thank our partner agencies for their help in this search effort. Without their assistance, we could not have covered as large an area as quickly as we did. The following agencies provided personnel, equipment, and expertise to this complex search effort: the Lake Piru Rangers, the Ventura County Fire Department, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, the San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's Office, the Tulare County Sheriff's Office, the United States Coast Guard, Forward Operating Base Point Mugu, and the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services. We also received support from Fugro Geodata Services. This company completed a detailed survey and mapping mission at the lake just 3 weeks earlier, in advance of the upcoming seismic retrofitting of the Santa Felicia Dam at the south end of the lake. They heard about the disappearance of Naya and offered their personnel and equipment and expertise to help locate her. Their detailed maps of the lake, along with their comprehensive knowledge of the lake, have given a major boost to this search effort, and we thank them for their assistance. That concludes my comments, and I am available with my team here to answer any questions that you may have.
Do you have anybody that can do statement in Spanish for us?
We do. We do have Spanish language available.
I have a question. Do you believe she was in that location the whole time, or do you believe that she floated to the top because of decomposition?
Sheriff, could you possibly step the time to get close over the mic?
Sure. We do believe she was in that area when she went swimming, based on our conversations with her son, the information that we had from the witnesses in the area. The search effort had been focused in that area. As I mentioned, there's heavy brush, 15 to 20 feet in height, that had grown when the lake was drier. That was an empty canyon, tributary into the lake itself, and so you had a lot of growth that sprung up there. When the lake refilled with water, that growth remained and made it very, very difficult for divers, for our sonar operators, and for our searchers to search that area. We did focus on that area. We had our entire dive team scouring that area yesterday, and were not able to find her. We believe she was concealed within some of the shrubbery on the floor bed of the lake.
Did she float to the top though? So she came to the surface.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any indication of injury or tears to her clothing that may provide some insight what happened?
There is a detailed examination of the body yet to take place, but the initial examination from the medical examiner's office does not reveal anything that makes us suspect there's any sort of foul play involved.
Sheriff, and based on the information you would have said this again, but I just want to read it. She did not fall because she went for a swim.
She went for a swim with her son. That's correct.
Life jacket, Sheriff?
The body does not have a life jacket. There was an adult-sized life jacket in the pontoon boat that she had rented.
Which agency was it? One of the search and rescue or your BCSO boat, dive boat that found her today?
It was rescuers involved with the operation. The individuals that happened to find her today were Lake Piru Park Rangers.
What was the position of the body this morning when you found the body?
The condition or position?
The position and condition, both things.
I'm sorry, you're saying condition?
Position and condition.
The body was floating near the surface of the water.
Facing up, facing out.
I don't have the specific information as to whether the body was facing up or down. The body looked as though it had been in the water for several days.
Was there any indication from family or friends whether she knew how to swim?
I don't have that information. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What time did they find her again? I'm sorry. I know you said it. What time was it this morning?
About 10 after 9.
10 after 9. Thank you.
About 9:10.
So, Sheriff, the sign over there says no swimming. So is swimming allowed here or not? I know this isn't your lake per se.
Swimming is allowed in this lake, and it's typically what we see at this lake is typically watercraft recreation. Not a whole lot of swimming, but it is allowed.
But the sign says no swimming.
That's right here at the pier near the dock. Uh-huh.
Can you tell us anything about her family's visit to the lake this afternoon? Her family's visit?
Her family has been at the lake every day, holding out hope and communicating with our investigators and our staff. We've been in constant communication with them, and we've given them information before making it publicly available.
And the visit today, we saw them leave the boat, believing it to be her parents.
Yes, that's right.
They were just taken out to see where she was found.
Yes.
The state of the body in terms of decomposition over the course of the last 5 days, how much does that complicate the future autopsy?
The medical examiner's trained and well prepared to examine bodies in various states, from burning to water damage to advanced decomposition. It does complicate things a little bit. In this case, there's decomposition that takes place as a natural process. It's actually part of the reason we were able to find her today. The body fills with gas, becomes more buoyant, and then surfaces on its own. So I don't anticipate there'll be any problems conducting a post-mortem autopsy.
Sheriff, you indicated that according to your knowledge, she went for a swim with her son. Do we know how he was able to make it back into the boat, and how come she didn't, if that is the case?
It would be speculation to say at this point. There are a lot of currents on the lake that appear particularly in the afternoon. We believe it was mid-afternoon when she disappeared. The idea perhaps being that the boat started drifting, it was unanchored, and that she mustered enough energy to get her son back onto the boat, but not enough to save herself.
Do we know for the fact that the son went into the...
Yeah, the son was in the water, yes.
We can get somebody who can talk to us in Spanish?
We do have a Spanish interpreter.
Are there ladders on those rental boats? I can't help.
There are ladders on the boats, yes. They're designed for swimming. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. That concludes the press conference. Yeah, we're going to get you taken care of for Spanish media. Do you want to do that up here, or?
That'd be easier, bro.
Okay. Do you want to come up?
Sorry, I need to grab my mic really quick.
Hasta ustedes,